Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Comics Ramble. Just to give you a quick update on the Comics Ramble, notice I changed the name there. It was the Weekly Ramble, but we decided to go bi-weekly, so now it's called the Comics Ramble. Get used to it. That's the way it is from now on.
We're just a little curious.
Yeah. So, since everybody except for Piper decided not to show up for the podcast today, I decided to recruit some of the SNL boys to come talk about some things. You got Josh Braze over there. He's manning the recording studio.
Hey, buddy.
You got the Super Nerd Mike's. He's right there. He's playing him some video games, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Go check out ogchan.com.
Yeah, check out what he said. We have our soon-to-be, hopefully, Venezuelan refugee Kaleb joining us.
Hey, hello. I'm your diversity hire for the night.
And we got the big man Jake. Because I'm just giving you a nickname. You're now Big Man Jake.
I'm uninformed but angry about it.
You will fit in on Twitter.
Yeah, you're
right?
perfect for Twitter. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. As you know, if anybody who's listened to the other rambles before, this is just where we kind of talk about like some of the news that's going on and events that have happened. And it's usually in the past week, but boy, did it just literally happen hours ago as of this recording. So as some of you might know, there's this little controversy going on called Comicsgate, and it's kind of crazy. Like I said, the basics of it is it's like, people are just tired of people being hired by major comic book companies that are not talented in the least in what they do, and they're basically hire, they're checking off diversity check marks and stuff like that. That's who cares about talent when you're a pansexual demagogue from planet.
And they tend to not write analogies and shit about social justice and stuff like that so much as kind of fist fuck it into narratives.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's a very, very good point.
They make up for their lack, or they try to make up for their lack of talent by just shoving in tons of reminders on every page that if you criticize their lack of skill, you're a whateverist.
Yeah, what the word of the day is what I started calling it.
Yeah, I mean, who cares if you lose who cares if you lose the core identity of a superhero comic, as long as you remind everyone that you're a...
Yeah. It's like, I'm here reading Superman. It was created by two Jewish guys and all that good stuff. But yeah, by the way, just to remind you, the current writer on this is a pan-gendered demisexual. So, whatever. But anyway, the news of the day is, so this thing's been going on for, what do you say, off and on 2 years-ish. It's been kind of heating up in the last, few months. And today we had our first example of somebody trying to co-op it. And they tried to co-op it by creating a comic imprint called Comicsgate, and labeled as 100% SJW free.
God.
And this was done by the smartest man in the universe, Vox Day.
Is he in the top 1% of IQ?
Yep.
That's what he tells everyone, literally everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh my goodness, does he, try to get into every little thing? Whoa.
I mean, we know from experience he tried to get in the middle of Gamergate at one point.
Yeah, and everybody tolerated him briefly.
Yeah.
Until they figured out what he was all about.
Yeah,
him trying to do his Comicsgate thing, everybody's immediately like, nope.
Well, through, when he first latched onto Gamergate, people didn't really know him, so it's okay. Yeah. Maybe some people knew him if they played one of his fucking games back in the 90s. they're like, okay, whatever, we'll take you at face value until you provably become an asshole. And he did that. He
Very
provably
quickly
became an asshole. And then he went on to kind of latch on to that Sad Puppies campaign with the Hugo Awards, I think it was.
Yeah.
With the rabbit puppies, and people learned a lot more about him there. Oh shit. So by the time he rolls around the Comicsgate, people are just like instantly like, oh hell no.
Yeah.
They were fine with him when he was just doing his thing over here, right? He had a not Kickstarter, Indiegogo about, he had his own little comic called Alt Hero, which I find funny because like some people say we just want politics out of comics, so let's have this comic about politics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds reasonable.
But it's fine if he wanted to do that and have his own comic. That's fine. It's when he decided that because of him having that comic that he was totally all up in Comicsgate, even though he's doing the opposite of what Comicsgate's trying to do.
Yeah. Like we're trying to get people who actually are good at their job to, write comics and draw comics and all that good stuff. Not the opposite of that.
I just want to read about superheroes and shit.
To stop being the only thing, the only plot point, and not make them the only plot point.
I mean, as I said, I've always told I'm not deluded. I've read comics for a lot of years, and I've even read stuff that wasn't new when I started reading. Reading back issues and things like that. Yeah. I know comics. Politics have been a part of comics, but
comics and most of our entertainment gets political.
Yeah, but it's like Josh said, they formed analogies around it, not hit you in the face real world bullshit.
Like draw parallels. Like even fucking Law and Order and shit is a little bit more subtle when it's drawing fucking parallels to modern day stuff. Where
no, see, Josh, it is exactly the same.
Well, I mean, for example, the X-Men, when they were created, it was an analogy of the Civil Rights Movement,
Yeah, but they did it so well that you weren't being beat in the face with politics. It made you think, but you were still being entertained by, something really far out.
Right, action.
They left it to you to relate it to home and, real world stuff instead of trying to force you to.
Exactly.
Because you could relate to the characters, like maybe you like Wolverine, maybe you like Cyclops. Cyclops, but still.
Yeah, I mean, who would like Cyclops?
Yeah, but you could always find some character to relate to, and through that find a gateway to the whole message.
And then if you tell somebody you relate to Cyclops, we just politely stop speaking to them.
Yeah.
Oh well, you bully them, yeah, of course.
You bully them and ask them to politely to leave.
How much who wants to bet that Vox Day's favorite superhero is Cyclops?
American Patriot. Cool sunglasses.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, so he tried to. I mean, this is I'm going to call it like it is. This is flagrant co-option. Like, he was trying to co-opt, and he even said it. He basically said, "It's mine now." He tried to claim it. Like planting his flag on it. That's what he did with the Sad Puppies. He didn't like what Sad Puppies was doing, so he went Rabid Puppies.
I think that's why people take so much offense to it too, is because he just came in like, no, mine.
Yeah.
He peed on his thumb. He's like, this is mine now.
Right?
Yeah, this is my territory.
Nobody's having it anymore after he's done it so many times.
I mean, he tried to claim during Gamergate. I remember he tried to claim during Gamergate he was a leader of Gamergate. It's like, no, the fuck, who are you? Yeah. That was literally my reaction.
Like he didn't come in, especially with Comicsgate, to try to like interact with the community and get in with people and discuss stuff. He just came in like, you're me now.
Right.
Yeah, he was like fucking up doing his own thing, which is fine. And then all of a sudden, very sudden, I'm Comicsgate.
That was literally like, it was literally a situation like in comics where, it's like, oh, the Justice League are just hanging out in the tower, and all of a sudden, then suddenly Lex Luthor attacks,
Yeah.
Which is funny because Vox Day is a bald man.
What is it with
and a
bald
narcissist,
man?
And a narcissist.
I was gonna say I see a lot of parallels, honestly.
I mean, thinks he's the smartest guy in the world. I mean,
trying to cash in on this shit.
Yeah.
Reminds me of a certain bald man in box but
in case you ever want to check out a really good hashtag, it's called Myers Twitter.
Before I co-opted overnight, and
Kaleb has already announced that he's going to trademark it.
I'm the leader of Myers Twitter.
SJW free.
Yeah,
I peed on it.
100% goon free.
Oh yeah, so see now we're gonna have a court case because Kaleb said he's going to trademark it, and then Piper just said she's going to fucking pee on it.
I already squatted on it. It took a lot of effort. Give me this, guys. No.
I want the imprint, damn it. I'll tell you what. I'll give you both a project. Whoever can come up with a shitty ass logo for it, you can have it.
All right.
This is right up my alley. I like this.
Because that was another thing. He came up with this like shitty looking logo.
It's just a Gamergate logo, but
it's a very basic bitch logo.
It's very Daily Dosey because it's got purple and green in it. If you want to know, guys, just look up Daily Dose. I'm not going to say what it is.
Yes. If you want to know that you just need it at least once a day.
Yeah.
Don't forget to thank your doctor for it. They appreciate it because it's their job.
Yeah, and stay away from Piccolo. He's a
great doctor, man.
I'm working on a logo right now.
This is going to be great.
Yeah.
But no, so as the hours went on, because you could say days, but this was literally within hours, right? He got
blown the fuck out
by everybody.
Yeah, I have never seen. I mean, there's a few people who's like, "Oh, you're trying to gatekeep and keep the far right out of the Comicsgate." It's like, no, they're just trying to keep Vox Day out of it.
Yeah.
And it's not like really keeping them out. It's more of, no, you can't have it.
Yeah.
You know, it is not something to own. That's what I think. That's what really threw people off. Is like, you can't own. Are you trying to own a hashtag? Because we've seen that shit. I think at least every one of us saw that shit before. Attempts to co-opt and come up with bullshit, thing like, I just want to I'm trying to push my projects, and I think, Gamergate will help me do it.
Yeah.
Based gamer.
The old not your personal army deal with 4chan and them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's one good thing about the 4chans. They, as soon as you try to come, it's like, hey guys, can you help me do that? It's like, no, fuck you. Pretty much instantaneous, But no, the instantaneous fucking rebuke led him to do a live stream where he continued to get blown the fuck out.
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
Because Comics Professional and everybody's uncle, Ethan Van Siver, was doing a live stream at the same time. So they were listening to the live stream while he was live streaming and making fun of him.
Oh my god!
It was one of the most hilarious things I've seen in a long time. It was great. There were one line that I think will stick out to me forever is when Ethan Van Siver says to Vox Day, say hello to Mundane Matt on your way down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so everybody started calling him Mundane Vox, which I think that's appropriate. So you got a situation. Somebody tried to co-opt a hashtag, tried to make it theirs, instantly got destroyed, and pretty much life moved on. This is like the quickest rebuke of co-option I've ever seen. In all honesty.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I can say this at the very least. That lesson has been learned. I will refer to Mike on this one. 4 years ago, this might have gone on for about a week or so.
At least a week.
Yeah. Because most people are like, well, give him a chance.
But the bullshit turnaround is like a couple hours now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, I have co-opted the hashtag before either Kaleb or Piper have been able to co-opt it.
Oh no, he did it!
Oh my god!
My shitty one's better.
This can't be happening. I'm in charge here.
That's fair.
Josh, I want you to when you upload it, I want this to be the thumbnail.
Yes.
Hey, and do.
Myers' Twitter has been co-opted. It's over now. Mike is the owner. But yeah. So no, I mean, like I said, I didn't expect this to be too long because it's just like everybody, let's laugh at Vox Day. So, I mean, anybody else have any final thoughts? Because I don't really.
Fuck Vox Day.
That's a good one.
No, actually, I just had a tweet come across the feed. Fucking Wayne probably just saw it. It's from Ace Nelson, and this sums it up. Doesn't matter what end of the horseshoe one's on, there will always be socio-political vultures feasting on the corpse of controversy to fatten themselves. Vox has definitely shown himself to be a Milo 2.0.
Yeah, that's a good one. Because would anybody, without Gamergate, would anybody care who the fuck Milo was?
Yeah, I'd never heard of him.
Until, yeah.
It was funny, he latched on to Gamergate first, and I Google searched him, and that was before our Google searches got inundated with all the Gamergate Milo stuff. But the first things that came off was the article about how he fucking was in trouble for not paying former employees, and I'm like, looks like a great guy.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's like, if he'd have called it anything else, nobody would have batted an eyelash. But as soon as he said, "Oh, I'm calling this imprint Comicsgate," and it's 100% SJW free, when he himself is an SJW by that definition, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would have been actually welcome. I mean,
Yeah. You're probably like, "Oh, okay." I mean,
that's nice. Yes.
Yeah, it's like, "Oh, you did a new imprint. That's cool, dude. Whatever."
Yeah.
But then it went. It went exactly south.
And boy, did it went south.
Oh man, I just for somebody who's so smart, he is. God, so dumb.
It's when you get too emotional about something or doing dumb shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, at one point in the stream, I think he said something. It's like some other person who was involved that he kind of got drummed out of the whole Comicsgate thing, and he even got off Twitter and stuff like that. And he was saying this is revenge for this person.
Wow.
And now he's getting blown out, pretty much like that person did, pretty much. And even the people in the Ethan Van Sciver chat that I was watching, when he mentioned his name, they were like, "Oh yeah, I mean, we drummed him out." It's like, no, he got BTFO'd and he left. Right? And they said, "So what do we say to him now?" "Well, we wish him well. Hope he has a good life. Don't bully him or anything like that. Just whatever." He said, "Vox Day can do the same thing. Just you have a good time. Just don't do dumb bullshit," kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, I think everybody said what they need to say.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. Well, thank you for listening to this week's Comics Ramble. If you get a chance, check us out on Twitter at graded.5, and if you want to check us out on the Patreons, we are at patreon.com/graded.5. Spell it all out. And I think we're on several other social media platforms, Minds and the Facebooks and all that good stuff. Yeah.
Come into our web zone.
And come to our website, graded.5.com. Hosted by SuperNerdLand.
Don't forget to visit bus.download.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to co-op this stream here?
Yes, don't forget to visit ckaleb.com.
Anybody else got a website they want to shill?
Well, bus.download is just that goofy redirect that Josh came up with.
I need to put that back up after the server went down for a bit.
Well, and we already mentioned OG-chan, so and it's a comic, so I mean, hey,
yeah,
it's a comic podcast. We're talking about
certified.
So yeah. Anyway, I think that's it for the night, and everybody, y'all have a good one. Stay frosty. Josh, you can stop recording now.
Sorry. That's what I'm doing.